Well, I think it's a lovely thing. It's in a frame. It's got a lot of green in it, which makes it attractive and colourful. Old maps tend to be a bit black and white and tired and too over busy, and it's not over busy.
At first it looks very odd because it's not aligned properly. It's not north to south like you would expect a map to be, but you can see some of the features that are still there today. So the church is the most obvious one. You can see that. You can see the Bonnie Cravat opposite the church. You can see several houses that are still there now, or at least, you know, the former versions of houses that are there now, like Hendon and Beacon Farm.
And tell me that the map has got lots of figures on it, 3 figures in a row in all the fields. What do they refer to?
They refer to the acreages of the fields. So the first number is the number of acres. The second number is the number of roods, and there are 4 roods in an acre. And the third number is the number of square rods, and I think it's 40 square rods to a rood. So you can see the map was done with a great deal of accuracy.
Yes, as it happens, our house is on the map. It was built in 1610, and if you like, the property, the land, abuts the churchyard. Adjacent houses that I think would have been there at that time are not shown. But what is shown, extraordinarily, is a little blue blob, which is our pond in the back garden, which at that time was about 10 times the size of the pond we've got now.
The map was made in 1729 by a quite famous cartographer called Jared Hill. Hill lived in Canterbury and came from a family of map makers. The man he made the map for was called John Bridger, and he had inherited some land in Woodchurch from his father a few months previously. So I imagine that John Bridger asked Jared Hill because he knew of the school of map makers there and hopefully was already impressed by their work.
And Mr. Bridger's house is on the map?
Yes, it is. He didn't actually live there. He let it out to tenants.
Woodchurch Place was a large Wealdon Hall house, L-shaped. I think that's the only indication we've got of the original size of the house, the size the house grew to.
You've used the map for research yourself, haven't you?
Yes, I'm trying to build a database of the build date of all the houses in Woodchurch Parish. And the map tells me that certain houses were there in 1729. And that's helped me to get dates for about 600 of the 800 dwellings in the parish.
I've been interested for a long time in where people actually lived in the village. For the 19th century, obviously you've got the censuses, but for the 18th century, it is very difficult to work out where people actually lived. But using the map and other maps and the overseer's records, I have been able to match up some families to where they were actually living at the time.